cars that drive straight into the ocean, buses that float like boats, and even rescue trucks that survive floods and fires. These aren't scenes from a sci-fi movie. They're real machines built to conquer land and water like nothing you've ever seen before. Today we're diving into the most insane amphibious vehicles in the world, and trust me, you'll want to see every single one of them. Have you ever imagined driving straight from the road into a lake without stopping? Well, meet the water Car Panther. This amazing machine is half SUV and half boat, built by a company in California. It doesn't just look cool, it can drive fast on land and water like it's no big deal. On land, it reaches speeds of over 80 miles per hour, just like a sporty car. But when it enters the water, it becomes a real speedboat, cruising at about 44 miles per hour. That's faster than many small boats. The Panther has a fiberglass V-shaped hull underneath. That hull helps it glide across the water smoothly, even at high speeds. It also comes with a 6-slot front grille, a folding windshield, half doors, and a strong roll bar to protect passengers. Whether you're driving through city streets or racing across a lake, the water Car Panther does it all, with style. But owning this cool machine isn't cheap. If you want one in your garage, be ready to spend around $158,000. That's a lot, but for some people it's worth it just to drive from road to river without a single pause. Now let's look at something even more surprising, the Gibbs Bisky. This isn't just a scooter. It's a two-wheeled amphibious vehicle that transforms into a jet ski at the press of a button. At first glance, it looks like a normal mope. But once you hit water, it does something amazing. It pulls its back wheel up, and suddenly it's riding the waves. This cool scooter can go up to 80 miles per hour on land and 37 miles per hour on water. The Bisky is powered by a 55 horsepower twin-cylinder engine, which is just the right size to keep it fast but lightweight. What makes it extra fun is how easy it is to switch from land to water. Just press a button, wait a few seconds, and you're ready to cruise across a lake like it's summer vacation. It's simple, quick, and a total blast to ride. And since it's made by Gibbs Amphibians, a company known for making out-of-the-box vehicles, you know it's built to last. Whether you're exploring back roads or splashing through rivers, the Bisky is the perfect ride for adventure lovers. Now it's time for something really tough. Meet the Sherp ATV, a giant off-road vehicle that doesn't care where it's going, because nothing can stop it. This huge machine was made for hardcore terrain. It doesn't just drive through dirt roads, it climbs over rocks, rolls over fallen trees, and even floats on water. That's right, its 800-liter tires are filled with air, so it can stay above water like a big rubber boat. Even more amazing, it can climb over things as tall as 70 centimeters, like logs or big rocks. Most cars would get stuck, but not the Sherp. It keeps going no matter what's in the way. The top speed isn't super fast, about 28 miles per hour on land and 3.7 miles per hour on water. But speed isn't what makes this vehicle cool. What makes it special is that it never gives up. Mud, snow, rivers, it powers through everything without slowing down. And if you're wondering how much it costs, you can get one starting from $65,000. That's the price of a normal truck, but with the Sherp, you get a vehicle that's anything but normal. Now let's look at a vehicle that's not just big, it's a giant. This next machine comes from Russia, and it's called the Turos Shiman 8x8. Everything about it is huge. The Shiman is 20.7 feet long, 8.2 feet wide, and almost 9 feet tall. That's taller than a basketball hoop. It has 8 big wheels, and they all work together to keep it moving over any kind of ground, rocks, snow, water, or mud. But the coolest part? The front wheels and the back wheels can turn in opposite directions. That means it can almost spin around in place. Most cars need a big space to turn, but not the Shiman. It can turn in tight spaces, like it's dancing on giant tires. The Shiman is powered by a 3.0-liter diesel engine from Iveco, giving it 170 horsepower. That's a lot of power to push a vehicle that weighs 14,800 kilograms, which is about as heavy as a full-grown elephant. It can carry 1.5 times its own weight in cargo, making it perfect for hauling supplies, tools, or even people through really rough areas. On land, it can move at up to 44 miles per hour. And in water, when a propeller is attached, it cruises at 4.3 miles per hour. And with about 18 inches of ground clearance, it stays high above rocks, water, or anything in its way. With all that strength and smart design, the Shiman 8x8 is more than just a big vehicle. It's a moving fortress built for any mission you can imagine. Now let's switch to something smaller but just as clever, the Gibbs Quadski. This awesome machine is like a mix of a quad bike and a jet ski. It looks like an ATV, but it hides a secret power. It can turn into a jet ski with just the push of a button. The Quadski runs on a BMW Motorrad K1300 engine, giving it a lot of strength and speed. It can race across land at up to 45 miles per hour, and it goes just as fast on water, also 45 miles per hour. That's fast enough to zoom across a lake or trail like a rocket. It's made with lightweight materials, so it's easy to handle and stays balanced. The composite hull, wide track, and low center of gravity help it stay stable on sharp turns or bumpy water. You won't feel like tipping over, even when speeding through waves. Another great thing about the Quadski is how far it can go. On land, it can travel over 600 kilometers, which is perfect for long rides or off-road exploring. And on water, it can keep going for up to 2 hours, giving you plenty of time to enjoy the ride before heading back to shore. Some versions are even available for sale in parts of the United States, with starting prices around $40,000. That's a big price for a fun ride, but if you want something that's both an ATV and a jet ski, this could be your dream machine. Now, let's get even bigger and a little weirder with something called the Amphibus. This vehicle is exactly what it sounds like. It's a bus that can float and drive in the water. The Amphibus was made in Holland by a company called Dutch Amphibious Transport Vehicles. It's super long, 12.8 meters from front to back, and it can hold up to 50 passengers. The vehicle is based on a modified Volvo bus chassis. It's powered by a Euro 5 engine for driving on land and twin water jets for moving through the water. On the road, it goes up to 60 miles per hour, and in the water, it reaches speeds of up to 8 knots. That's about 9 miles per hour, which is great for a smooth, relaxing ride on the water. Also, it's been fully approved by European transport safety groups, so it's safe for public use. Whether you're sightseeing in the city or crossing rivers, the Amphibus gives people a fun way to travel, all without ever changing vehicles. Now we're heading into military territory. The next vehicle is one of the biggest and most powerful on our list. It's called the UHAC, which stands for Ultra Heavy Lift Amphibious Connector. The UHAC was built by the US Marine Corps. Its main job is to carry tanks, trucks, and troops from ships to land and then back again. It was made to replace older landing crafts, and it's strong enough to carry up to 200 tons of weight. Even with all that weight, the UHAC can still move quickly. It can travel at speeds of up to 23 miles per hour, which is really fast for something so massive. What makes the UHAC really special is how it moves. It doesn't use regular wheels. Instead, it has tank-like tracks that are filled with captured air foam cells. These tracks float on water and work like paddles, so the UHAC stays above the surface. They also help it climb over tall objects, even ones that are up to 3 meters high. The UHAC isn't made for regular people, but it shows just how far vehicle technology has come, especially when it comes to land and water travel. Now it's time for one made for saving lives. Meet the Gayo Rescue, a giant amphibious vehicle made by Gayo Motors in Romania. The Gayo Rescue is 17 feet long and has a tough body designed for dangerous places. It can carry up to 11 people, making it perfect for rescue teams going into floods, fires, snowstorms, or natural disasters. When roads are blocked or gone, the Gayo Rescue keeps going. What's really cool is that its 4 wheels can be fitted with pneumatic pillows, like soft, air-filled covers, that help it float on water. So, if the ground disappears under a flood, this vehicle will just ride across the surface like a boat. When the snow gets too deep, you can even attach tank-style tracks to the back wheels to plow through like a snow monster. But the Gayo Rescue doesn't stop at just carrying people. It's not only strong, it's smart and ready to help when people are in trouble. Next up is another machine made for extreme weather and wild places. This one is called the Burlac ATV 6x6. The Burlac is a six-wheeled truck with amphibious powers. That means it drives over dry land and also floats on water. It can carry up to 9 passengers. Even when fully loaded, it can still go 50 miles per hour on land. That's as fast as a regular pickup truck. When it moves into water, the Burlac switches to its rear propeller, which pushes it forward at almost 4 miles per hour. Not super fast, but enough to get across rivers and icy lakes without sinking. Its body is made from aluminum, which keeps the weight low, but the strength high. Inside, it's designed for comfort too. The cabin is heavily insulated, which helps keep passengers warm during freezing trips across snow and ice. Because of its tough engine, a 150 horsepower Cummins 2.8 ISF, the Burlac stays powerful and steady in places where most vehicles would give up. And finally, let's end with something elegant and futuristic. It's called the Iguana Commuter, and while it might sound like a lizard, it's actually a luxury amphibious boat that can also drive on land. The Iguana Commuter looks like a sleek speedboat, but it has something special hiding underneath: retractable caterpillar tracks. These tracks come down when the boat reaches shore, letting it crawl along land at about 5 miles per hour. It's not fast on land, but it doesn't need a marina to stop. You can just park it on the beach and drive it up to your house. When it hits the water, the Iguana comes to life. It speeds along at up to 46 miles per hour, which is great for zipping across bays, lakes, or rivers. It's powered by a 40 horsepower onshore engine. And yes, it's fancy. It's big enough to feel like a small home with plenty of room to relax. You can even buy a full version with a carbon hull, outboard engine, and inboard engine. But if you want one, be ready to spend some serious money. Prices start at $659,000. From massive military carriers to scooters that splash into lakes, these machines prove one thing: the world is no longer divided by land and water. With technology like this, the road doesn't have to end where the shoreline begins. The future of travel is here, and it's unstoppable. If you enjoyed this journey through the world's most incredible amphibious vehicles, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and share this video with your friends. There's so much more coming your way, and you won't want to miss it. Thank you, and catch you in the next ride that will blow your mind.